So you might think that this is a drawing that one of my grandkids did, or even me, but it's not. And here we've got a whole series of tomato tumbler, believe it or not. These are the seeds. And because we've talked about cuttings, we also need to think about seed this time of the year and collecting your own seed. Now these tomato seeds are very expensive. Most seeds are expensive, so if we can save as much as we can, that's even better. So the simple way of doing it is to get one of the fruits, usually one of these horrible manky things that's just about likely to go off. And then all I like to do is just to squeeze it onto the paper, and eventually this will all dry out. Try and get rid of as much flesh as you can. Spread it around a bit and leave it to dry. One of the most important things is you need to write on what it is, because you won't remember. And write on what it is, the date you saved the seed, and then all we've got to do is you can actually store these in a filing cabinet. You could just drop them in. You could fold them over and drop them into a plastic wallet. You have to really make sure that they're dry. When you come to use them again, all you need to do is you can actually cut the paper out and just plant the paper, because the paper's biodegradable. And if you dried it out on something like a piece of kitchen roll, that will biodegrade fairly quickly. Failing that, you could scrape them off with your fingernail, just drop them into a pot, and they'll grow away quite happily. So saving seed can save you a lot of money. But it's not just tomato seed. If we're thinking about out in the veg garden, for instance, we think about runner beans. These are kind of getting to that stage where they could make up into seed. And runner bean seed, when it's actually dried, looks something like that. So they look like some weird kind of beetles. And obviously these things will be eaten by mice in the winter. You'd be surprised. You might not have any mice in your house, but if you start saving seed, you soon will find evidence of mice. So the best way to store these would be like these beans here in a coffee jar, or any kind of jar really. Save those, make sure they're really dry when you store them, put them in the jar. They last for years in there. They're airtight, they're mouse proof, and you can store a lot of those on a shelf.